If you ever want to see me freak out in a room, I'd bring up Billy Wilder's The Apartment. This is not only one of my favorite movies and screenplays of all time, but a perfect example of exactly what I want to talk about today. The button. Simply put, the button is the penultimate line, joke, or moment in a singular scene. It is structurally designed to take everything discussed, referenced, or felt in a singular scene and wrap it up with one tiny, neat bow. A scene without a button is like a mall without a Wetzel's Pretzels. My favorite button of all time is this closing scene from The Apartment.
What about Mr. Sheldrake?
We send him a fruitcake every Christmas. Cut.
I love you, Miss Kubelik.
3. Queen.
Did you hear what I said, Miss Kubelik? I absolutely adore you.
Shut up and deal.
There are two main types of buttons, which we'll get to later, but to distill what a general line or button could or should be, let's look at shut up and deal as the perfect example. You have two people sitting across from each other, both madly in love with each other. One says, "I love you," and the other says,
Shut up and deal.
This is pure subtext. For all intents and purposes, she is saying "I love you," but she's also not. And that's what makes this such a great button. It's a subversion of our expectations leading up to it, but it also communicates exactly what we're expecting. See, a button can either be pure subtext or it can be pure reality. The most important thing to note, however, is what exactly is leading up to it. If you have very literal lines leading up to your button, you go with subtext. But if you have very subtextual lines leading up to your button, you go with reality. You say what you mean. This scene from Some Like It Hot is a perfect example.
That's good. I'm gonna level with you. We can't get married at all.
Why not?
Well, in the first place, I'm not a natural blonde.
Doesn't matter.
I smoke. I smoke all the time.
I don't care.
Well, I have a terrible past. For 3 years now, I've been living with a saxophone player.
I forgive you.
I can never have children.
We can adopt some.
But you don't understand, Osgood. I'm a man.
Well, nobody's perfect.
Everything is vague, subtextual, until boom, he says what he means. And that's what makes this such a fantastic button to the scene. Because a button, like I said, is a natural subversion of everything that's come before it. Not story-wise, but technique-wise. That's what makes a great button. If you're struggling to find the ending to a scene, I want you to ask yourself, is my lead-up literal or subtextual? And is my button literal or subtextual? That's the first step in finding the button. How does the character say what they think? The second step to finding a button is understanding that it cannot be forced. You cannot technically achieve a button as much as our understanding of a button comes from the technicality behind it. A great button is as much a proponent of the story, character, actor, and quality of writer as it is the technical structure behind it. I may have mentioned this before, but good structure does not fix bad writing. I'm not saying that if you can't find a button, it's because you're a bad writer. I'm just saying to remember to trust the process. Finding the right button can take weeks, months, years of rewriting, but it almost always comes back to the same thing: rewriting the scene. Oftentimes, it's the scene that's our window into the button. And so if we can't find the button, sometimes we just need to rework the scene. And that can be daunting.
Shut up and deal.
But at least now, we know how to find it.